Welcome to another installment of Brian's Big Idea, and today is January 9th. We're one day removed from the College Football National Championship, and congratulations to the Wolverines from that state up north, which I don't mention ever by name. Now, an event like that, for me as an Ohio State Buckeye fan, is traumatic. To see them winning it all, it's really hurt. It hurts. And you would think that immediately I would go and use all kinds of drugs. Well, in that sort of thinking, which is a good way of thinking, it's a good way of handling your problems, there are a couple companies that I want to talk about. Now, the first one has a drug that is in development that will take away the effects of cocaine and other stimulants. So let's jump right to that page here. As we can see, this is Omeros. And it's O-M-E-R is the ticker. O-M-E-R. It's a Zacks ranked 3 right now, and it has a B for growth and a D for value. But if we look down on this chart here, we see that they've missed the most recent earnings, but things have really started to move in the right direction for this stock. Again, it's a very small company with a $225 million market cap and a drug in the works to reduce the effects of stimulants such as cocaine and other, maybe even methamphetamines. I'm not certain that it's methamphetamine focused, but it's more cocaine focused. So if you're sad that the Wolverines won and your Buckeyes are slipping into oblivion and back into mediocrity, cocaine's not the answer. And if you have the cocaine problem, Omeros is something that you want to look into. Now, some drugs are, and here's the chart for Omeros. You see this thing was $22. It has really come in, and it could easily go right back up there. And I would love it if it would. Be better than any cocaine high. All right, the next stock I want to talk about is even smaller, and this is a idea of treating drug diseases, and it's Cybin, C-Y-B-N. On the very small side, so only $160 million in market cap and a 39-cent price. Still, it is a Zacks rank number 2. That gives it a buy, Fs for value and for growth. Now, the idea here with Cybin is psilocybin and all these sort of magic mushroom type things. Now, what happens is someone takes a dosage of this and then under monitored care there for a little while as they have an experience, is what they like to call it. So you're having a mushroom-based experience, a psychedelic experience, and through this, it helps you defeat certain types of addictions. So this isn't FDA approved just yet, but we believe it's going to happen, sometime in the future. We can't say soon, but sometime in the future. I spoke with the CEO about this about a year ago. There was a big psychedelics conference in Miami. And I asked him one key question. I said, what happens with this? I mean, people drink and they get a hangover. People use drugs and they, if you're smoking pot or THC or marijuana, as they would call it, some people would call it stonehead. At least that's what they used to call it back in my day. So the end effect after this is what he would say is an afterglow. And I thought that was just a beautiful marketing gimmick as much as it is possibly a real thing, because it does show statistics that it has helped a lot of people. Mike Tyson, in particular, gave part of the keynote speech at that Miami conference and talked about his use of psychedelics helped him overcome his addictions. So Cybin, C-Y-B-N, is definitely one to put on your radar screen. Now let's go to a more familiar type thing, cancer. You've heard about cancer. I don't wish it on anyone, even those Michigan fans. It's terrible. It's a terrible affliction. So Fusion Pharmaceuticals is a name that has had a big move lately. F-U-S-N. It's a Zacks rank number 2. Fs for value and for growth. But as we see on the chart here, just a nice big move here. And, so I'm bringing this sector into focus here for a couple reasons. Number one, obviously, I was devastated by the end of that college football season. That was just terrible. My Buckeyes lose to the Wolverines. and then the Wolverines go on to win it all. Congratulations to them. And I wanted to highlight Omeros because I've been watching that stock for a while. And of course, Cybin, I've been watching that stock for quite a while as well. But here's the idea. Biotechs have been super hot in the marketplace recently. There's been a big surge in M&A, and you'll see a lot of these stocks moving. So what can you do to profit from this thing? Obviously, I've given you two kind of long shot names that I've tied into my displeasure with the fact that Michigan won the national champion, that team up north won the national championship. But what else do I have other than Fusion and its wonderful cancer related services? Well, at Zacks, we have Healthcare Innovators. And this is a service that is run by Kevin Cook. Kevin has done a lot of great work in the healthcare field and has a big portfolio of several stocks. He's made a lot of moves today, so I can't show you his portfolio. But if we just talk about what he posted last night, healthcare M&A is heating up. There's the JP Morgan Health Conference that he talks about, and he's got a portfolio of about a dozen, maybe a little bit more, of healthcare stocks. And I'm going to tell you that most of them are up. Kevin Cook uses the Healthcare Innovators service. It's both a trading and investor service. So not only will he trade in and out of stocks, he will also hold some for the long term. So this is going to be more like what your Fidelity account or your TD Ameritrade account or something like that might look like, because you're going to have a certain amount of money that's set aside for trading and a certain amount that's set aside for long-term investing. So that's what the Innovators platforms try to do. Now, Kevin's done a great job here with this portfolio, and I encourage you to take a look at it. Healthcare Innovators, run by Kevin. All right, that's it for this week. Be sure to join us next time when I have another big idea, and of course, it's going to surround my Ohio State Buckeyes. What else is there in life? But until then, why don't you go to Zacks.com/promo to check out all of our latest promotions.